Hey everybody, this is Dr. Rocks with Pounding Rocks Truck Shop. This is a Double Dare Extra Large update, and we're back on the fuel system again. I noticed something in the last 2 weeks when I ran it, that the fuel pressure is low again, and I've had enough of these Nissan OEM non-adjustable fuel pressure regulators. Done. I wasn't actually going to address this. I didn't know how. Actually, let me rephrase that. I didn't know exactly how I was going to address this, but I just knew that I wanted to. But then a friend of mine from the infamous Nissan website, he's also a Pathfinder owner and an Xterra owner now, and he's going through his VG33E, my buddy Rob. He pointed out something very cool, and I don't have it here yet to show you. I'll do another update when it shows up, but it's actually from the SR20 DET crowd, and it's an adapter for the fuel pressure rail that basically bypasses the OEM fuel pressure regulator and just turns it into a nipple fitting, which allows you to be able to run an external fuel pressure regulator. And I wasn't aware that those existed. I may have stumbled upon them if I actually had done research, but he had done the research, sent me a picture of the thing, and immediately my brain just lit right up and said, whoa, I can get rid of the OEM fuel pressure regulator using an OEM style fitting with the O-ring and just send it to an external regulator. Man, you just solved a whole lot of problems here. And it's just, I'm tired of, I've tried the Boost OEM ones for the fuel pressure regulators. I've tried that, and it just seems like, I don't know what it is. They're hard to tell the difference between the standard NA and the Boost ones too, but I've tried 4 or 5 different regulators now, and each one of them has failed in some form or fashion. I don't know if it's just that they can't handle Boost or they're just junk to begin with, but I don't want to play any more games. We're going to replace it. And I bought this, and this is the first time I'm even opening this box. This is an Aeromotive 13301 bypass regulator. And this is from 30 pounds. Actually, I think it goes way lower than that. I think it's like 15 pounds or something like that, all the way up to 70 pounds. And this is it right here. With this bracket, it allows me to be able to mount it wherever. And it's adjustable. This has got an adjustable fitting right here. So you can set your base fuel pressure, lock it in, and then it also has boost reference, which was a big thing. This is what this nipple is right here. So when the blower sends boost out, this is going to respond 1-to-1. So for every pound of boost that this puts out, this thing is going to raise the fuel pressure accordingly. So I shouldn't have any more issues, whereas the Nissan ones were just, I don't know, I've had really bad luck with those lately, and I think I'm just going to go with this, mount this to the firewall. I talked to Aeromotive today. If you block off all 3 of these, there's actually 4 ports on it. They're all 3/8 national pipe thread, by the way, so this is not that orb or whatever, or -6 with the cheap Chinese fittings that it comes with, so you can do your AN fittings, your fake AN fittings or whatever, to make it look cool. It allows me to be able to use actual barb fittings on it, and then I just got to bush the fuel pressure gauge onto it. So I'm going to block off 2 ports with national pipe thread 3/8 plugs. I'm going to put the fuel pressure gauge right here, or make an adapter line so I can actually put the fuel pressure gauge where I can see it. And then the fuel pressure line coming off of the rail from where the original regulator would be is going to go here. And then everything returns to the tank through this fitting right here. So you can configure it in a lot of different ways. This is actually a really simple system. But for the VG33ER, as I said, I'm just going to take the line off of the fuel pressure rail, or the fuel rail itself, plug it into this, and then take the line that goes back to the tank and plug it into that. Done. All the rest of the ports are not used. I'm just going to use this one for the gauge. Set the pressure, add your boost, done. The only thing I have to swap on it is that because it's riding 40-50 pounds of pressure, you got to put this spring in instead of the original spring, and that's easy. You're just going to use Allen keys to take this apart, swap the spring in, mount it. Should be golden, should be good to go. So that's going to be my project here this Sunday. Is I have to pull the blower once again. I've got that down to a science, and then I'm going to pull that regulator off, put that fitting on, as long as that fitting shows up. If it doesn't show up, then I'm not going to monkey with any of this, but if it does show up, then I'm gonna do this. This was about 220 bucks on Amazon. There's cheaper ones. You can go with the PQYs, which I've seen hit or miss reviews. I didn't want to go Chinese because it's just, you know, when it comes down to it, all it takes is me tightening one fitting too, you know, one, you know, twist too much, and I'll pull the threads out of it. Or the cheap internals that are in it could cause fuel pressure to skyrocket, or could cause fuel pressure to drop. This has got good reviews. It's a quality name, so I'll let you know, guys, know how this goes. I'm going to probably bend this bracket up a little bit more so it can just kind of go against the firewall and be flush against the firewall. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I am definitely going to be getting this truck running. I want this truck done. It's been 6 years. We've been following this project for 6 years. It's just silly little things that keep, you know, hamstringing me here. So I am going to just keep, you know, I'm getting aggressive about it now. This is aggressive. I could just sit here and go, oh, I'll just keep putting regulators on it, but I'm sick of putting regulators on it. This will just make it so even if this fails, all I gotta do is unbolt it from the firewall. I don't even have to monkey with taking the blower off anymore. I want that blower just on permanently. And the other thing, for drivability for right now, I am gonna order a new power steering pump for that truck. But in the meantime, what I'm going to probably do this Sunday is pull the power steering pump off that's on it, gut it, and just turn it into an idler, and put the belt back on it, and just run it with no power steering for right now. It'll just act as an idler pulley, and then I'll eventually order a new pump. I have not been able to figure out what's going on with that. I assume that pump is either junk, or the suction line is getting collapsed because it's too thin, or there's something else going on in the system. There's an air leak somewhere else, but it's definitely between the reservoir and the pump, or the pump itself, nowhere else, because there's no leaks anywhere else in the system. So like, share, and subscribe. Definitely share, try and help this channel out. It's been throttled quite bad lately. Last couple videos I've pumped up haven't even hit 100 views. I don't know, I thought that I was putting good material out. It's just not getting out there. So spread the love, let me know that you guys care, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!